Priestess. Whew. I hope you guys are well. It's such a nice day outside today. So you can see me with my little a little awkward walk. But anyways, I wanted to put out this channel, the message that I got regarding their children are going to suffer the consequence. Now, what's currently happening is you guys see that all these different transits are going on, particularly in, Capricorn, whatnot. And then we talked about the Cancer transits that we had earlier too. And, that's the axis of ancestors, mother and father. But on top of that, that energy coming down in terms of ancestral karma being reaped in a very serious way. We're gonna have this transit on 12/21, Jupiter and Saturn conjunct, and Jupiter, the planet of expansion, Big Daddy Jupiter and Big Daddy Saturn, they're gonna be working together. Expansion and karma, yeah. A lot of people, they feel like they're getting away with stuff and they're doing this and doing that. Not only are they still gonna experience the karma, their children are also going to be experiencing that karma too. Because like I said, I always say this, the High Priestess saw everything that the magician did. And the High Priestess, she is the keeper of the Akashic Records, right? Your Akashic Records being within your ethereal, your spiritual bodies in your ethereal template connected to all your past lives, your ancestry, and your DNA. That's how the Akashic Records play out. So a lot of these karmics, they feel like they can just do this spell, or they can lie, or they can do this and they can do that because they don't understand. Thank you so much for the super chat. They don't understand universal law. They don't understand karma, none of that. I've never, ever, ever met anybody at all who's escaped their karma. Now, even think about this situation. Like, I want to give you an example. This may be extreme, but think about like when they had the Holocaust and we had the Nuremberg trials. And all the people that had helped Hitler do what he was doing. Mind you, this man was on hella drugs, and he basically was commissioned by the Ford family and the rich royal families to do the shit that he was doing. They knew he was unstable. They put him in place. They all got put on trial. A lot of them actually had to flee to Argentina. That's why in Argentina there's a very large German population, because they all ran away from, Germany after they were working with Hitler. Now, even till this day, a lot of those people, a lot of those families, they're still in poverty. They're still marked. Those last names, even still in Germany today, they get side-eyed because they were part of the Holocaust, right? So I just want to give you like a little historical example of, that shit does follow you. It follows your children. The decisions that you make will impact you. Now, if for a lot of these karmics, their children are their shadow work, because a lot of their children are completely just like them and they can't stand it. Or what's going to be happening is in the near future, the work that they refuse to do is going to be impacting their children. Like, for instance, I put out the channeling about the financial scammers. A lot of those people, they have kids. And their kids are going to end up getting put on this in the system because their mother or their father was a karmic, and then they ended up being a conduit. Another channeling that I picked up regarding the harem of karmics that are helping your DM. Those women have kids. Yeah, some of them not from your DM, some of them from other people, but because of what they got themselves involved in, now their kids are losing out financially. Now their parents are being disgraced. Now it's impacting the children as well. That's why you just got to be very careful with what you do, because when you have children especially, you never know how it's going to backfire or how it's going to impact you in the long run. Now, I even talked about this channeling where these women, they're helping this man who, we talked about the channeling where these women, they help these men do A, B, C, and D. Some of these women, they have daughters. So imagine when your daughter comes of age and you're helping and she's harmed sexually or she's gang stalked or et cetera, et cetera. That's because of the karma that you put out. Yeah. The funny thing is, oh my gosh, I used to go to, when I lived up in Hayward, I went to high school with this ratchet ass female, and she had kids young. We were like I think she was like 12th grade when I was like a freshman, but she had kids hella young. And the funny thing is, like, now, that was years ago, my goodness. Now her kids, she's always talking about her kids being bullied and having to go up to the school and fight, the administrators and stuff like all like that. And don't make fun of my kids. They're born different, blah, 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 blah. But she was the worst bully. I remember her. She was like one of the worst bullies. She would always be trying to get on people, always being hella racket, always doing hella shit to other people. Now her kids are suffering the consequence. It's really not that hard. You know, you got a lot of these men that they don't give a fuck about how they deal with women or whatnot. They may not have kids. Okay, they're gonna deal with that in the next lifetime. They may have daughters now. They may have granddaughters. They don't know how that's gonna impact them. People they don't think that far. You know, that's why, you know, if you got good ancestors and you're blessed in this lifetime, that's why you honor your ancestors. You say thank you, you know, for them being good people. That's why you're having bounty now. That's why you're getting blessings now. That's why you're protected now. Like I said, a lot of karmics, they don't have good ancestors. That's why they do the shit that they do, because they come from tainted bloodlines that were low vibrational and did the same shit that they're doing now. You know, that's why they're reaping the karma of their ancestors, because they failed to clear that shit up. And right now, with just the energy that's in the air right now, all of that shit is being tagged in the Akashic records and amplified. It's like double karma right now. Basically, double karma. And I'm seeing it with a lot of people right now getting double karma. That's why some of your masculines are having double, triple, quadruple pregnancies. That's why some of these karmas are getting double, triple, quadruple court cases and sentences. That's why people are getting dual diagnosis for their mental health and their physical health. They're getting double karma right now. Financial losses on top of spiritual losses. Double karma. They're losing their gifts. At the same time, they're having to fight a spiritual war that they're not equipped to fight. Double karma. So it's just, you know, I don't have children. Not yet, at least. But I told myself before I have kids, and who I have kids with, we're gonna do our clearing. We're gonna do our healing work and all that shit, because I don't want my kids inheriting any fuckery that I did. And I wanna make sure I get rid of all that first, you know? Being conscious about the transmutation instead of building more shit up, more shit up, more shit up. And you know, the craziest thing about these karmics, that's how you know they don't give a fuck about their kids. That's how you know they don't give a single fuck about their kids. Because if they gave a single fuck about their kids, they wouldn't be doing the shit that they're doing. And some of them may look at this and then it falls. Oh, there goes a falcon. Yeah. Whoo, double confirmation. There goes a falcon right there. Yeah. Right on point with the message. 1212. Thank you for the super chat. Double confirmation, y'all. So I just wanted to put that message out there because my ancestor said, yeah, it's going to hit their children. You know, another thing too, you know, we always talk about spell work. We always talk about spiritual warfare and stuff like that. You know, a lot of these karmics, and some of them, they listen to my channel. So take this as a warning. You know, a lot of y'all are opening portals in your motherfucking house. You're sending out demons to other people and they're coming back and hitting your kids. Do you give a fuck about your children playing with that shit? Obviously you fucking don't. Now, another thing I want y'all to ask yourselves too that got kids. Would you condone your children from doing the same shit that you're doing? Would you? Then why are you doing it? Because a lot of people fail to realize that kids, they've learned by example, not by what you tell them. And even if you think you're hiding and shit like that, they still know that you're a sneak and you're a snake because they're around you all the time. So they see you contradicting yourself. They see you lying and sneaking and cheating. Oh, wow, you rebuke your son's father's karma. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you. I'm reading all your karmas. I'm telling you. This is not a joke. You know, you guys really like honor your kids too, because they're going to be your descendants. They're going to be your, one day they're going to have to call on you as ancestors. And do you want to be an ancestor that someone calls on? Because trust, not all ancestors are good ancestors. No. Do you really think that you are gonna be honored with that title? Because another thing too, well, let's keep it super real. Not everyone gets to like the ancestral court where they get to be high vibrational and people are putting offerings for them and their energy signature is solidified. Some ancestors, they've completely they don't get there because of what they did when they're in the physical realm. They get stuck and they get trapped. We talked about this in the last Divine Feminine channeling that we did in terms of seeing low vibrational people like Aleister Crowley and whatnot stuck and trapped in the underworld because of the shit that they did. Not every ancestor gets to ascend. And they're consciously aware of it when they're down there too. That's the fucked up part about it. So you need to think about that too, because a lot of people you're creating serious karma off really temporary emotions and split decision making. We talked about this before. There's certain reasons why there are traps set around behaviors, traps set around certain people, traps set around certain forms of spirituality and knowledge. It's to trap stupid people so they can't keep on reincarnating. So what trap are you setting up for your children? Because a lot of y'all, you may already have children, yeah, and you're setting them up to be spiritually and materially and emotionally disenfranchised. Hi, Luz. Yeah. You never want kids to go through anything that their parents did, but unfortunately, for a lot of these karmics, that's the only way that shadow work can occur, you know, by it directly impacting their kids. That's the transformation right there. You just got to be really, 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 really careful because you never know when you're going to have to pay the piper for some shit that you did. And a lot of these men right now, a lot of these masculine men right now, they're getting karma for the shit that their ancestors did. For capitalism, for the slave trade, for creating fucked off policies and institutions. They're getting that karma right now. And that's mainly individuals that come from, they come from the European race. And some people are saying, well, why is that? Well, because they're mainly the people in positions of power, so they're getting all the karma right now. You see the double-edged sword right there? Okay, so there's that. We're not saying that if you're not a person of color, you're not getting karma. That's not what I'm saying. But majority of those folks in those positions and that created these systems, etc., those are the ones getting those karma. Oh, my dad was a famous lawyer. Yeah, you're getting his karma. My mom was a this. Yeah, you're getting her karma. My ancestors started the West Indian spice trade. You're getting their karma right now for disenfranchisement and colonialism and patriarchy. Some of these masculines, their ancestors were just like Mr. from fucking Color Purple. They're getting that karma right now for their ancestors' bullshit. That's why they're acting the way that they're acting. Like they don't have any sense. Because it's generational. So y'all, that's all I have to say for today in regards to, yeah, it's gonna start hitting their kids. And they're gonna have to deal with that. They're gonna have to deal with the repercussions of my child is this way because of my actions. Or this is happening because I wasn't thinking as a parent. It's complete facts. A lot of these karmics that you guys are dealing with, they got children watching them do this bullshit that they're doing. And their kids are picking up that behavior. Then when their kids turn on them and exact that same behavior onto them, they can't handle it. A lot of you too, you guys have karmic family members, and it's hitting your other siblings that you're not that really close to or don't really talk to like that, because you separated yourself, you cleared your debts, but they didn't because they stayed stuck in that toxic family dysfunctional cycle or whatnot. That's what we're talking about right now. For some of these karmics, their karma is going to be their children being just like them and them not being able to handle it. I see it all the time. The mother or the father has changed, but it didn't hit the kids. Now they have to live out that cycle again because they didn't heal when they were supposed to. You feel like Celie from Color Purple. Actually, I know a lot of us do. I don't know. I feel like Celie with the hint of Oprah that was in there. Because I would have been beating somebody's ass, girl. Don't. Hell nah. Right. Wow. You're BD acting up on his mom. That's exactly what goes down. That's how it would be going down. So that's what I just wanted to put out today. Like, just really think about what you're doing because your kids are going to have to pay for that shit. Regardless. And there's no, ooh, damn. You know what? I'm not even going to say what I just saw because that's too ignorant. But I'm going to go look up the meaning of a falcon. I'm going to post that in this chat for you all to go ahead and listen to. But that's what I just wanted to say. Yeah, your kids are going to pay for that shit. And when it happens to your kids, then you're going to realize why you shouldn't have done it. Sometimes it takes what you put out on other people happening for your kids for you to realize who you are and why you shouldn't have done that. But some people, they don't understand that. They feel like, oh, I got money, I got power, I got status, I got whatever. Nah. That's the lesson that a lot of us are learning right now. There's no MacGyvering, maneuvering, controlling, contorting that you can do in the material realm. When God says so, that's it. That's over. And if you want to play, you want to tamper, you don't want to do the just do, you want to do half a job, not the full, then you're going to get the house of God, which is the tower. All right, that's what I have for you. Bye.